Ali. So I'm going to start doing these live streams every single day for 5 minutes to 8 minutes. The idea is to answer one question and connect with you. Hopefully, you will be able to watch this live. If not, you can always comment below and ask me any questions that you have if as you watch this. So the question that I have today is: when was the last time you asked yourself what you wanted? It took me a long time to ask myself this. We I lived in a, as most people, we're programmed to go to school, go to college, go to school, get a degree, get a career, and think about what is it that will make you money. That's always the question. What will make you money? But the truth is the question should be is like, what would I love to do? What do I really want? As we go into adulthood, we forget this. We had dreams when we were kids. We had dreams that of things that we wanted to do in our life. And we imagine we had an amazing imagination. But as we got older, that imagination started going away. We stopped making or making up games or playing with what is it that I would love to do. It's always that question when we're kids, right? What would I love to do when I grow up? And we just get programmed throughout our life. Especially depends on where you are, who your parents are, or what they've done in their life. most of uh, Most of their influence is based on their own experience again, and that goes back into generations. If you were born into a family of entrepreneurs, that's what you will be taught, how to start a business. If you were a family of doctors, they hope that you become a doctor. If you're a family of farmers, that's why they start leading you that way. But it's because of what they know, right? Our parents teach us based on what we know. But there's a point in time where we don't rely on our parents anymore. We actually rely on ourselves. And because of the way we've been programmed, we keep living our life based on what we're taught instead of questioning it. When I moved to Nebraska for college, yes, I came here to the United States with the idea that I was going to go into journalism. The question was what I wanted to do in my life. I said I wanted to be a writer, and journalism was the next step. Although when I came to the university, I saw the broadcasting department and I loved it. But the interesting thing is that most of my family members, when I in my uncles, even before that, most of us have been in communication. That's where our life has taken it. And so being an entrepreneur, even though my mom was she started businesses and she always did well, it wasn't taught to us. It was something that innately she had done in her life, but it wasn't something that I was led to do. She also went into studying Tony Robbins, and even though she didn't tell me that that's what I should do, that's something that I started becoming more attracted to. So I did ask myself that question: what would I love to do? What would I, if all the resources in the world were available to me, what would I love to do? And when I came across the Proctor Gallagher Institute, specifically studying the Thinking to Results program, that was actually one of the first questions they asked us. And it's the first module of our lesson. It's like, what would I love to do? And most people just don't ask themselves that questions. They just keep going through life based on what they've been programmed without questioning what they really want. And then they fall into this routine, and they're unhappy, but they don't know why they're unhappy. And this is the reason why. Because you haven't taught yourself to ask yourself that question: what do I want to do? What do I see myself doing for the rest of my life? So One of the tips that I have for you today is just sit down, give yourself 5 minutes to write down what would I love to do if all the resources in the world are available to me. Where do I see my life going? What would I love to do the most? And just do a list, like if you were just shopping for something, just do that list, a laundry list of everything. Don't give even a doubt of what is it that you're it's available to you. It's mostly it's allowing yourself to put everything on paper. Once you have that list of everything that you have, look at those things that are mostly about your life, because when we start saying we want a house, we want a car. Well, those are a result of the life that you're living. If you are, if you're making a certain amount of money and you want more, what does that mean for you? Would it be a change in career, or would it be in the same career but you need a different position? So it's really giving you that opportunity for you to speak to yourself, to allow yourself to dream. Once you have that dream, and one of the things that will excite you the most, choose that thing, choose that as your goal. And then we can talk to you later. We'll talk more about how you can start taking the steps in order for you to start living as a person that would go after those goals. But today is all about allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to ask the question, what would I love to do? With that, I and yeah, I need. So I hope that you watch this in full, and thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If you have any questions, know that I read the comments. You can DM me personally, and we can have this conversation, because I think a lot of people just shut themselves down, and they start thinking that they don't know what they want, but in reality you do. And I will see you tomorrow for another coffee and clarity session. Again, it'll be every day at 9:45 on weekdays. And I hope that I'm able to connect with you this way. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.